Good morning and welcome back to White Mountain Today here on White Mountain TV 16. Joining us right here is Donna Dolan from Tin Mountain Conservation Center. Donna, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's so great to be here on Outside Television.
So 22 years you've been there at Tin Mountain. So you've seen a lot.
I have. We started off when I was there in two offices in the old rec building.
Yeah.
And now we are at a beautiful nature learning center in Albany, New Hampshire on Bald Hill Road, and it is lovely, as you know.
Oh, it's such a great place.
And we do have a new extension of our property on the land and trails because we have a nice dedicated piece of property for Dr. Michael Klein Memorial, which is another 93 acres.
Wow.
So yeah, it is. It's really exciting. So I encourage anybody who's listening to this to come by, pick up a trail map. There's great snowshoeing there. Right now it's kind of icy, so you might want to put on your spikes and go out. But there's a lot of nature to be seen, and right now a lot of tracking. So you might, I don't know if anyone can see right now, we have a fisher right here, but some of the animals that we have on our property include bobcat, moose, deer, and the fisher this time of year.
And you said you saw a fisher this morning.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. It was still sunrise and it was early when I was coming by, and it was after West Side Road, and he crossed the street, and that's very unusual.
Yeah.
They're very elusive, so I was very lucky.
Well, that's very cool. So let's give a quick little overview for people who might not know exactly what Tin Mountain is all about.
Well, we have a mission that we actually expanded again over 22 years. It started off as to promote an appreciation of the environment, and we most recently expanded it to include programs at schools, at camp, and in the community, but also to conserve natural resources by promoting land protection, sustainable forestry, agriculture, and energy efficiency. And we do have interns that we have on a regular basis now who focus on areas of study that have been going on for 5 years. And that's very exciting. We have avian ecologists, we have a brook trout rehabilitation project, and we also have some programs that deal with the forest.
It's so neat, and I think a lot of people who live up here know about Tin Mountain because of the school interaction. You do a lot of stuff in the school, but you do a ton of events for, we'll call the general population. And I mean, I was just looking at this list, and I remember, I get it as an email, and it's just, there's so much stuff going on. And what's great is it might be on a Sunday morning and you go out for 2 hours, but you're learning about, you're getting outside, which is great, and then you're learning about so much stuff.
Yes, and that brings me to the point. We are out to inspire, and we have a new theme, and you mentioned this brochure, which is really quite lovely. And we do teach, we do protect, we do explore, and we do serve in the schools over 6,000 children a year, which is pretty amazing.
Which is absolutely amazing. And no, go ahead.
Oh, along with those nature programs right now, we have winter camps coming up. So if you have children in the area in winter break, we still have availability. And some of those programs range for ages kindergarten to age 6. It's all on our website, tinmountain.org, and it's detailed on what they are. And those programs are one each day. And for the younger children, they go out and they explore. For the older children, they have winter survival, which they'll learn how to build a fire, build a snow shelter, and give a lot of confidence in the outdoors. And on Friday, we have a family program where everyone can go out together. So definitely check those out on our website. I can go into detail and read them, but we have so many programs and so many things happening.
It's great, and I'm just reading that down. And February vacation week, a lot of times it's kind of like, okay, it's fun, but you get to that point where you want to throw some other stuff in, and just reading these things are just so much fun. Looking at the winter camps, I like the winter survival. I think that would be an interesting day.
That's one of my favorites, to be honest. But we also have winter art. So if you have a child that really likes doing some creative artwork, all that's outside in nature as well. It might be bird seeds. It might be drawing different wildlife with the seed. It could be using watercolor on the food coloring, so it's definitely, we're very conscientious of the materials that we use in the snow. So it's, as you said, it's going outside, being inspired by what's around you, And there's so much to see, and as you know, that invigorates you. So
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
really quite exciting.
And as you look at the list too, a lot of them they're all in different places. You have stuff at your home base in Albany. There's one up here at the Whitney Center in Jackson, out on the Kangamogus. So there's all these different places, Freiburg Academy. So it's not, there might be people like, oh, it's all the way down in Albany. Well, take the trip to Albany, first off. But there's also things going on.
This is so
near
true.
you.
We want to be accessible to many different people, just like the way we are in the schools. We go all the way to Western Maine. And in terms of our programs, in March we have one in Massachusetts for birding out at Plum Island, which we've done every year. So definitely go online again, and there's a full list of all our programs that go all the way through the end of April, the beginning of June, which is really quite exciting. But close to hand, we also have events to help support us, and we have quite a number of ways. For some of our people in the area or people who have used our facilities, what they will do is become a family member, and there's all different levels. We have just established a business membership for anybody out there that wants to be a business, and at different levels you can have your business link on our website. There's opportunities for sponsorship for different events, and I'm going to be talking about the first season auction coming up, and we have some wonderful sponsors and some new ones coming in. And so there's many different ways to give, and then we have events to raise money. In February 1st, the Hill Climb and Century Ride registration opened.
Wow.
And as you know, that's very popular.
Oh, yeah.
The Hill Climb's in August, the Century's in July, but it starts that early. In the past, as you said, I was there for quite a while at Tin Mountain. I remember when the Hill Climb filled within seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
Literally minutes.
Absolutely.
Bike rides are not as popular anymore in races, so it doesn't fill up as quickly, but you never know. Same thing with summer camp or winter camp. I might say there's availability today, and I do encourage people to register early.
Absolutely. And those are just such great events too. That the Hill Climb is a great event to participate in, but also to volunteer at, and just to see. It's just an amazing endurance feat, I guess, is the best way to describe that.
It really is, and it's for all ages and all abilities. We have Vasi, she has won 5 times as the fastest female, and she's in Colorado now. And then we had somebody 33 years old from Beverly, Massachusetts, who was the fastest last year. But we have Petro, who's a local young man, and he finished 7th overall.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And then we have an 81-year-old who comes in. So, and it's just all different abilities, and it's just a wonderful thing to see. And if anyone likes something a little less strenuous, we do have the Century Ride, which is a 40, 80, 100-mile ride around the base of Mount Washington. And if you're like me and you like organizing the event, and we have over 100 volunteers, definitely call. We're definitely looking for volunteers. But we also have an event coming up right around the corner where you don't have to do anything but eat, have fun, enjoy, and bid.
And what a great event that is.
Yes, that's the Tin Mountain First Season Dinner Auction. That is going to be March 9th, and that's right around the corner, 6 weeks. We're still collecting items. We're still having sponsors within a week. At that point, we'll start promoting the event very strongly. I'll be coming on again.
Yeah.
But I do want to mention some of the items we have, if I can do that.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, we have this year new Revision Energy. They're giving a $500 gift certificate for solar installations. So if there's anything that you want, can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's a very generous donation. So if anyone's doing anything onto their home, you might be interested in this. And they have all different types of panels,
Right,
freestanding as
right.
well as on the house. It could be a small project or a large project. Swift River, we have local carpenters and craftspeople. And one of these, I always love showing something local that's handcrafted. And they give us this beautiful cutting board. And then Carl Limmer, this year, has a size 9 male hiking boot. And if you have never worn these boots, I highly recommend, if you're out there size 9, come to the auction and bid on them. They're fantastic. And Hans in there has a pair, and he swears by
I think
them
he has
as
like
well.
9 pairs or something like that.
And we have items that are just for fun. Debbie Ayers was a local artist, and she donated this wonderful rain stick. And if you haven't seen one before, it's very soothing. And I know that you were playing with it before I came on.
I was playing with it, yes.
Which is fun. So again, that's March 9th,
Yeah.
but Hearts Catering will be doing the food, and they're fantastic. It's going to
Right.
be prime rib, hand-carved turkey, hand-carved, but for vegans, vegetarians, there's an eggplant, and we have a mashed potato bar and quinoa salad. So there's just plenty for everybody. It is $75 a ticket. It's by reservation, so you do have
And
to
it
call.
sells out.
It does sell out. We have over 300 items and over 350 people. And so we have it at Freiburg Academy because no other place in the area will be able
Right.
to host that many people. So it's really quite an exciting event. Russell Illinois gathers a group of musicians. Oxford House has a cash bar. And I can't go on, and I could go on and on with all the people that give and are there. And the media, the local media, including outside television, the radio stations, the newspapers have been great supporters as well to get the word out. And it is a fun way to raise money
Oh,
for
absolutely.
an organization that does so much. But if I can kind of talk about the Fisher just a little bit,
Sure.
because what we have right now is the Vibe magazine, a local magazine. We have an article on 3 elusive animals, and one is the Fisher, the snowshoe hare, which is the only rabbit that we have here in the North Country, by the way, and whose brown fur turns to white.
Yeah.
So that is in this magazine article, as well as the bobcat. But I do want to mention something about the Fisher. He is an animal that has survived the Ice Age. Over 1 million years ago, anatomically, he was the same as he is now.
Wow.
And his hind leg goes around 180. A lot of people don't know that, 180 degrees, so he can run up trees and go head down first. So he's quite agile. He can travel 60 miles in the wintertime. He is an animal I really respect. He also is considered the Jack the Ripper, I would say, of all the animals.
Right.
He gets the bad rap for everything that happens. He does sometimes eat a cat, but not very often. Coyotes would probably do more so.
Right.
So, but he is one of the few animals that can take a porcupine down. So he's really quite a vicious animal, but at the same time one to admire. He's a good predator and a good survivor.
Yeah.
So I do want to mention that. And then summer camps,
Those are coming up.
they're coming up. And in March, check out our website because we have some fun ones. And we have some that kind of remind me of the Fisher. They're ninja camps, which we could tell Phaedra Demers is our now camp director. And she has a young sons. So these camps are going to be for the ninja one. You'll be going out trying to be quiet, camouflage, out in the woods, but discovering things.
What fun.
Yes, and then we have a superhero one, but it's going to be all the superheroes of nature. Ants, for instance, can carry 50 times their weight, and brown bats eat 1,000 mosquitoes in seconds.
You're not going to make kids eat 1,000 mosquitoes.
No, but they're going to know about the superheroes out in nature.
So those are going to be on the website in March, so you definitely
Yes.
want to check those out. And I mean, there's so much going on at Tin Mountain, and I mean, I wish we had 2 more hours. We could talk about all the things at Tin Mountain. But Donna, thanks so much for coming by.
Oh, thank you, Rob. It's so great being here.
It's
Thank
always
you
great
so
to see you.
much.
Check out the website, which is
tinmountain.org.
.org. So definitely check that out. Find out about all the events, some that are happening today, some that are happening next week, and then all throughout the year. So Donna, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.